need to talk about something that was truly distasteful, disgraceful, unacceptable, and downright evil. What Donald Trump did today is truly the evidence that you need that he is the enemy from within. Do you remember when Donald Trump would say that? The enemy from within. I've said before that every accusation is nothing more than a confession when it comes to him. And that is that. Democratic lawmakers went on a video today and told military personnel to remember their oath. They have a right to deny something if they feel it is an illegal or unconstitutional request. And in that, on the aftermath, Donald Trump went out of his way to say that what they did was treacherous and punishable by death. Punishable by death. And for those of you out there in MAGA who just full on agree, I want you to ask yourselves, would you agree if Joe Biden had said that? I guarantee your answer would be no. Hell no. Then why is it acceptable for Donald Trump? You need to understand the more times that you just keep on saying it's just Trump being Trump, you've excused that behavior. America here, we don't have a president. We have a dictator. And I understand that those of you who go, well, we don't have a dictator, we don't have a king. If we had one of those things, you couldn't talk the way you talk. A president is not supposed to talk the way that Donald Trump does. You should have your licenses removed. Quiet, piggy. And for him to say that if you ask military personnel to remember their oath, you deserve death. It is punishable by death. Donald Trump does not value the Constitution. He does not value a judge's orders, does not value the law. A convicted felon is unfortunately the president. But that's a lie. He's not a president. It's a dictator. It's a dictator. You see, in the mind of Donald Trump, your laws, they don't mean anything to me. Your Constitution, I don't care about it. My word is the law. I am the only voice that matters. You follow me. You do not follow the protection of this country or of the Constitution. You dare try to follow that over me? Get out. You are fired, or I'm just going to have ICE do something to you. Or maybe I'll send MAGA after you. I have you on file. I'll have Pete Hegseth do something to you. After all, they all bow down to me. Trump knows what he's doing. Donald Trump consistently has attacked our Constitution day in and day out. And we are not even a year into his term. I refuse to call it a presidency because, again, we don't have a president. It is a dictator. Today, Donald Trump showed his true colors once again to remind the world, I am the bad guy. I'm evil. You should not support me. If military personnel feel that an order that has been given to them is illegal or unconstitutional, they have a right to deny it. And Trump says, no, you don't. You defy me, I will fucking destroy you. I will destroy you and your existence, and you best be careful for your family's sake. Of course, he would never say that out loud. Do you want to know why? Because everybody would know exactly how he views the military. The military are just little toy soldiers that he can use for his own gain. That's why he doesn't care about what types of wars that he might start with Venezuela, Nigeria, and now potentially Mexico. He don't care. The No New Wars guy is the guy that wants to incite the wars because he views himself as a strong man. That is why he bows down to Putin. He likes Putin. He sees what Putin has done to Ukraine, and he said that Putin was a smart guy for doing it. He called Putin smart, and he was saying that Ukraine started the war even before he became the president. No New Wars guy. This guy does not value the military as actual people, defenders of his country. He views them to use them. I will send the National Guard where I want. I don't care about the Constitution. I don't care if a judge says I can't. I'll do it. I'll do it. A judge tells me that I have to pay up SNAP benefits? Fuck you. I'm not doing that. I'm going to go to the Supreme Court and tell them, hey, I don't want to do this. And they'll say, good, you don't have to. Any other guy with what Donald Trump has done would probably have been impeached. But Republicans are too cowardly, and they won't do it. And Donald Trump's got his presidential immunity. He won't be able to hide it forever. There will come a day, a time, when this is over. Next year he will be impeached, and then I hope he gets put into an orange jumpsuit. Max, how's it going, man? Yeah, name calling. There you go. Yep, typical MAGA, I'm assuming. Unless you mean Donald Trump's ugly, and in that case, you're right. He's fucking ugly. It's okay, Max. Don't worry. If it's them, I can take it. MAGA's insults hold no merit to me. They mean nothing to me. They hold nothing to me. But this, Donald Trump is not someone to support. He, again, the way that he views himself. No, I know. That's okay, man. You don't have to be in this chat then. You can get out. Same for you then. You can leave. You can leave then. You decide to come here. You don't have to stay. But the way that Donald Trump views himself, again, is he looks at himself as untouchable. I am not your president. I am your dictator. I am your king. If I say I want something done, you better follow it. I don't care about your constitution. The first thing that I did was I tried to go after birthright citizenship when I got my presidency for the second time. Abul, life, thank you. Good to see you too, buddy. But, lost my train of thought, I apologize. But his first thing that he went for was to go after birthright citizenship in the Constitution. And then he says to people, I took away your freedom of speech, attacking the Constitution again, saying that I don't know if people have to follow due process, attacking the Constitution again and again. And then trying to remove the ability for transgenders to be able to carry firearms, going after the Second Amendment. He goes after every single part of the Constitution because it doesn't matter to him. He doesn't see it. It holds no merit, no weight. Donald Trump has... Here's the thing that I said in my video on TikTok. He may not be happy that he lost the 2020 election, but you know what he's happy about? January 6th. He's happy that happened because he got to show the whole world just how much influence he has. If I tell them to storm the Capitol, they'll fucking do it. If I tell them things that you better fight like hell or you won't have a country anymore, they'll fucking do it. They'll do what I say. If I tell them that Mike Pence didn't have the courage, they'll go after him. I point. They go after them. They'll do it because they are loyal to me, not to a constitution, not to a judge, not to the country. Loyal to me. They have put me being Donald Trump, above everything else. They think of me as a gift from God. They follow it because they believe that I am the Holy Spirit. They believe me to be just. And in the mind of Trump, follow me. I am the only thing that matters. Your Constitution, bury it. That doesn't mean anything. It's written by woke people. That Constitution shouldn't matter because it was written by woke people who believe that these immigrants should have rights? How dare they? That's woke. Don't you understand? It's woke. And you shouldn't like that. You shouldn't like that. You shouldn't be for the Constitution. It was written by people who wanted rights for brown people who are taking your job. That's the mind of Trump. To convert all of you to hatred. And I'll go through this one more time. Just to finish off with this. Democratic lawmakers simply got on video and told military personnel, remember, if you are asked or told something to do is illegal or unconstitutional, you have a right to deny it. And you have a right then to take them to court and tell the judge, I was told to do something that is illegal or unconstitutional. And it was my duty to deny that. And Donald Trump said, fuck your duty. Your duty is to follow my orders, my command. You do as I say. I am your fucking king. Donald Trump doesn't need a crown to believe himself to be a king. He simply makes an order to think he is a king. He's not a president. And he went out and said today that if you dare defy me, you dare defy me because you think it's illegal, that is punishable by death. By death. How can you actually accept that from a man that you want to call a president? That is not presidential. It is dictatorial. This man is an absolute disgrace to this country, to the legacy and history of presidency. He is a disgrace and forever a stain upon our country and upon our history. And I know that some people won't hear it. Some people are going to get on here and say you have TDS because they don't see it. They refuse to. They refuse to see Donald Trump for the evil that he is. But that is because there's always going to be people in MAGA. There's always going to be people that will be blind. Because here's the thing, they want their loyalty to pay off in the end. They want to believe that everything that they have supported, that they have done, everything they've been waiting for, there's a reward for me, right? There's no reward. You're not rich. You're not going to get rich off Trump. You're going to get broke by Trump. This country is already getting broken by Trump. Jobs lost, inflation rising, prices rising, wars potentially beginning to start. The no new wars guy looking to create wars, create problems, tried to hide the files. That's Trump. There will always be those people that will be there in support. They'll never deny it. They'll never leave. Just as if there are those who still follow the words of Mustache Man. It's weird. It's creepy. It's disgusting. But there are those who still believe that Mustache Man, you know who I'm talking about, was right for what he did. That he had every right to do it. And they follow and cheer on Yazis. Sorry, I have to censor myself just in case YouTube doesn't like the words that I may use, but you know which ones I mean. There are those who will always follow, because it's the blind loyalty they have. They don't question. They don't want to question. They want to believe that if they just keep waiting and waiting and waiting, something's going to come for them. But there is no reward. There is only transforming into America into something it wasn't supposed to be. It wasn't supposed to be ruled by a king. It wasn't supposed to be ruled by a dictatorship. But Donald Trump said, watch me. I'm gonna do it. And he keeps trying. And today was the day that he showed his true colors once again, to tell the whole world that if somebody thinks that what they're doing, if I give an order to the military personnel and they deny it because they find it to be illegal or unconstitutional, that's punishable by death. You can't defy the president. You can't do that. You're a traitor and you deserve to die, because the military doesn't mean anything to him. They're nothing more than toy soldiers. That is who you are. And that when you die, your sacrifice meant nothing because you were suckers and losers, according to Donald Trump.